Welcome back. This is All This Math. This is Professor Parker. And make sure you're subscribed to the All This Math YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you drop a comment down below. And also share this video with somebody, especially if you have a question about anything that I'm about to go over. If you have a question about something, please drop a comment. Put your question in the comment section down below. Now, what do we have here? We are solving an equation. All right, an equation that includes an expression inside parentheses. All right. So what I'm actually going to do with this particular problem is I'm going to flip it two different ways, right? I'm going to do this two different ways. All right. Now, the first way I'm going to do it is I'm going to eliminate the parentheses by using the distributive property. I'm going to eliminate the parentheses by using the distributive property. When we solve an equation, what we're trying to do is isolate the variable. The variable is the letter, right? Because we're trying to figure out what numerical value of that letter will make this a true statement, because math is all about finding the truth. Correct answers give us the truth. Incorrect answers give us lies, right? So we want to end up with a value for x that's going to give us a true statement. That means everything, when it's simplified on the left-hand side, is going to equal 15, right? So if we get 85 on the left side, we know that 85 does not equal 15. So we know that x must have been, the value that we got for x must have been incorrect. All right. So like I said, I'm going to do this in two different ways. Let's get into it. So now, first thing, I'm going to distribute this 3. The 3, meaning the 3 gets multiplied by everything inside the parentheses. The 3 does not get multiplied by this 15. The 3 does not get multiplied by this 15. Using the distributive property, you multiply the number that's next to the parentheses, right? Next to the parentheses with no plus sign in between it, no minus sign in between it, no division sign in between it. Just written next to the parentheses, because that indicates multiplication. That's what that means. You got to understand the language of math, the verbal language of math, and also the written language of math. When you see a number jammed up next to, leaning up against some parentheses, that means that's instructions for you to multiply. So we're going to do 3 times x. 3 times x is a product of 3x. So in the next line, the second line, like New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? St. Charles Street or wherever, you know what I mean? The second line, with the parades and whatnot, right? This is our first line of our equation. We got our second line right here. All right, so we got 3x, and then we got 3 times 2, which is 6. Don't forget to multiply the 3 by the 2 also. The 3 gets multiplied by everything inside the parentheses. Everything inside the parentheses. Then you bring your equal sign down and your 15 down. Now my goal is to get x by itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the 6 and the 3. The 6 and the 3. Now, in case you're wondering, it don't matter what you get rid of first. It don't matter. If you want to, you can get rid of the 3 first by doing division. If you want to, you can get rid of the 6 first by doing subtraction. Notice how we do opposite operations. We divide by 3 because 3x means 3 times x. Always do the opposite operation to get rid of something in algebra. All right, we do minus 6 because that's the opposite of adding 6. This plus 6 means adding 6. The opposite of adding 6 is subtracting 6. Now, what I will tell you is this. In all my years of experience as a student and then as a teacher, what I found is that when you get rid of the constant first, things usually work out a lot better. All right. It don't mean you can't get to the answer, but it means that when you get rid of the coefficient or the variable first, usually the problem gets kind of messy, and we want to avoid that. All right. So what I do is I subtract 6. So I'm gonna do minus 6 on the left hand side. I'm gonna do minus 6 on the right hand side. 6 minus 6 is 0. 3x comes down. Now I got 3x is equal to 9. 15 take away 6 is 9. Make sure you know your subtraction facts. Make sure you know that from elementary school. Know your subtraction facts. 15 minus 6 is 9. Now 3x is equal to 9. How do we solve for x? We need to get rid of this 3. How do you get rid of the 3? What operation do you do? Always ask yourself that question. When you want to get rid of something in an equation, what operation do? You do the opposite operation from what that thing is doing. 3 is multiplying by x because 3x means 3 times x. So that means we're going to divide by 3 right here. And we also keep it balanced. Just like in the previous step, we did minus 6 on the left side and minus 6 on the right side. Minus 6 on the left side, minus 6 on the right side. So now we're going to divide by 3 on the left side, divide by 3 on the right side. Got to stay balanced, right? 3 divided by 3 is 1. So that means we have 1x. Now, again, the language of math. You got to know the language of math. 1x and x mean the same thing. 1x and x mean the same thing. So that means I don't need to write 1x. I could just write x. Then over here, you got to know your division facts. What's 9 divided by 3? 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we got x is equal to 3, right? I think that's my solution. Now, let's do it another way. I'm going to do the problem over again, right? Except this time, I'm going to write it over again in a different color. And instead of distributing the 3, I'm going to divide the 3 on both sides of the equation just to show you that we do have options. We don't have to just, do the problem in one way. All right, so I got 3 times the quantity of x plus 2 is equal to 15. And then instead of distributing the 3 like I did the first time I did it, I'm going to divide by 3 because division is the opposite of what the 3 is doing with the quantity. 3 is being multiplied by x plus 2. So if I wanted to get rid of 3, right, I could do the opposite operation from multiplication, which is division. So I do this. I divide by 3 on the left side. I divide by 3 on the right-hand side. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And now I have 1 times the quantity of x plus 2. So now I got x plus 2 is equal to 5. Where did 5 come from? Oh, 15 divided by 3 is 5. That's where the 5 came from. What happened to the 3? Oh, I divided by 3 right here because 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 1 times x plus 2 is just x plus 2, right? And also, when I don't have any number outside of the parentheses, I don't need the parentheses no more. That's something else too. You don't need the parentheses if there's no number written outside of the parentheses being multiplied by that quantity. All right, keep that in mind. So now I got x plus 2 is equal to 5. I got x plus 2 is equal to 5. I'm trying to solve for x. So I want to get x by itself. That's how I solve for x, by getting x by itself. So I need to get rid of this 2. So the opposite of adding 2 is subtracting 2. So I always do opposite operations to get rid of things. So I'm going to do minus 2 over here, and I'm going to keep it balanced. I'm going to do minus 2 over there. 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring the x down. Then over here, you got 5 minus 2. You got 3. Now look what happened. We did it a different way for our first step. We started off different than how we did over here. We still got the same answer. So that's also a way to check your work. Do the problem in 2 different ways. As long as you follow the mathematical rules, you're going to be all right. All right. Also, shout out to Marcus Garvey. This is one of my Marcus Garvey t-shirts. It's got the red, the black, and the green. You can't really see the green from the African liberation flag, but you know what it is. All right. So solving equations with parentheses in them. You can eliminate the parentheses in 2 different ways. One way is to distribute the term outside the parentheses. That eliminates the parentheses. You see, we had 3x plus 6. Where the parentheses at? They gone. Why? You don't need them no more, right? 3x plus 6. All right, over here. You divide by the term or the number that's outside the parentheses. You divide on the left side, divide on the right side. Now you just left with x plus 2. Where the parentheses go? They gone. Why? Because you don't need them no more. All right. So this is how you solve an equation when you have, well, this is 2 ways to solve an equation when you have parentheses around an expression in the equation. All right. So again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you drop a comment down below or a question. If you still have questions, that's fine. Ain't no shame in that. Just go ahead and drop your question down below in the comments. Also, like the video. Go ahead and like the video. You just watch the video. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and like the video. And also share the video with somebody. Don't be selfish. Let people know about the All This Math YouTube channel. All right. This is a solution for a lot of things for a lot of people. Watch. All right. So until next time, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.